One, two, three, four.
And welcome back to another episode of Breakfast with Brothers.
You know who it is. You know who we are. The Breakfast Bros. But what an introduction. Always killing it. Here we are again.
Thanks.
Back at it again. With a huge
Sorry.
gasp. But no, on a real note, thank you guys for tuning in. Many blessings. Happy Wednesday. Or if you're listening, happy Friday. Whatever. Doesn't matter. Who knows? Maybe it's Tuesday. Regardless.
Happy whatever day you're listening to this.
Happy whatever day. If it's Tuesday, happy Taco Tuesday. Hope you guys indulged. Regardless, here we are.
Could be a Sunday in April in 2028. Who knows?
And if you're listening in 2305, shout out your boys. We're probably dead, but thanks for listening anyway.
Definitely dead.
Definitely love that. But content will still be around, so you'll get to see our beautiful young faces, whatever that is, 200 plus years from now. Anyway,
Yeah.
What are we talking about today, little brat?
We're talking about some people's favorite time of the week and some people's least favorite time of the week, and that is grocery shopping or the grocery store.
The grocery store. What's your go-to day for grocery shopping?
Well, recently, it's been sad. Yeah, frequently. Recently, it's been Saturdays.
Interesting.
Just so I have Sundays to kind of just hang out at home. Only because a buddy of mine always asks me to go if I need anything from the store, and I end up just going with him, and like we'll split off, and then we'll meet back up at his car or something like that. But before that, it would be Sundays, kind of like as like a stock refresh. It's like, okay, technically Sunday is the start of a new week, so let's start it off right, get all the groceries. But I kind of like the Saturdays though, because then I have Sunday to just
No,
not
Saturdays are
worry
cool.
about anything.
Yeah, we've been on the Sunday vibe, but I respect the Saturday with Sunday being the week start, so you can use it to refresh, recharge, etc. I guess in our sense, we take Saturday to kind of chill, be low key. Of course, sleep in Saturday morning, etc. Because when we do shop, we try not to take longer than 2 hours in the grocery store. It's like a different story when you're getting back, trying to like wash your fruit, put stuff away, maybe do a little bit of meal prep. Like that obviously takes extra time. But if we're out and about shopping at one store, we could usually do it in like an hour, maybe sooner. But if we have to jump around, because we'll do bulk shopping, we'll do like produce shopping at one place because it's cheaper, more affordable, and then we'll do like I don't even know what you would call it, like the specialty goods shopping. You know, like there's only so many places that sell certain types of things that you eat, cheese, or like for us it's like yum yum sauce. There's only like 2 places that sell yum yum sauce, so if we run out, we gotta go to that specific store for that yum yum sauce. But regardless, shop at one grocery store to get yum yum, and that's not because we're super picky about what we buy, where we buy, and how much it is, but it's just one of those things that you can only buy at one specific place. For us, Wegmans has on-brand yum yum. Sometimes Weiss will have it, but hit or miss. Anywho, Sundays is the way. So, what's everyone else's big day? Obviously, for us, it's the weekend. If you shop on a Thursday, that's crazy. Power to you. We get it, I guess. But it's not something I would be doing. I don't ever really catch myself shopping on like a random weekday.
Yeah, no, unless I like really need something. Like, you know, if I need to run out and get like shampoo or something like that, or if I'm running low on something, just like through the week, like it's like, oh man, I really could use some of that. That's a different story. But most times, or if I didn't, like for whatever reason I didn't have time during the weekend, like if I was coming back from a trip or something, got back late Sunday.
Well, that's an
then it's
exception.
like,
That's an exception.
but like I'm always hitting the grocery store on the weekends when I'm like home.
Yeah.
I wouldn't see any other. I don't have the time to during the week. I'm as soon as I get home from work, I'm like, no, I don't want to do anything, and I'm just gonna be a vegetable in my room.
No, that's true. I mean, I guess you and I have to be thankful that we have like that consistent 9 to 5 for Monday to Friday vibe, and we have the weekends off. I know the people out there that have to change up their like shopping schedule every week because it'll be like they'll have Monday, Tuesday off the first week. The week after that, they'll have off like Wednesday, Thursday. I can't, I can't imagine what having to pace out that routine would be like, where you're buying for what would that be, like 9 days of groceries, and then having to cycle through the next week for a different set of days. Like that's got to be a nightmare.
Dude, it's got to be tough because like whenever I had to like shop during the week or something like that, like the shelves were barren, and it's like I can't get anything that I actually want.
That's true. Yeah, that's true. Because of stock days. Yeah, I never thought about that.
Well, here on island, it's much different only because we basically have to wait sometimes for like shipment. So like if they're out of something, it could be like a week before they get like full shipment to it again, or it's just people being lazy and not stocking shelves. But I think I'd like to believe it's like shipment of things coming in, because we also get like different
Could be
types
a
of
little bit
fruits.
of both. Could be a little bit of both. I was making a point on your people being lazy or them not having stock.
Yeah, I know. I just wanted to let the air breathe for a second. Not actually. I thought you were going to say something.
Oh, no. I was interjecting because on those days I was thinking about for like weekdays where there's not a lot of people shopping. They have less people working versus, for example, the weekend when there's a lot of people shopping. And sometimes they'll even be stocking as you're shopping because stuff is running out like during the day. So
Oh, yeah.
I wasn't going to say that. I was going to let you continue your thought, but I was just on the note of like I feel like it's totally both.
Yeah, no, I mean, usually when I go on Saturdays, everything is like fully stocked, and I think that's because the Saturday is probably their most busy between Friday and Saturday, I would assume. For the most amount of people. Same with Sunday, so I'm assuming they probably stock like Friday night for Saturday and Sunday. Just also because we're it's like a vacation destination as well. Not that it really matters right now, but
right.
But once, like, I remember shopping when I first got here. I went on Sundays as well. And it was absolutely awful trying to shop with like 80 gajillion people inside like this small Stop and Shop. And there's two on island. There's two Stop and Shops. One's downtown, which is like close to the harbor, and then one is like middle island, which is about around where I live and such.
Yeah.
So it's the closest. Why the hell would I mean, granted, it's only a 7-minute drive to the one downtown and a 3-minute drive to the one middle island. Which one are you going to choose? Obviously, a 3-minute drive.
And that's the thing too. You could totally walk to that closer one if you felt inclined.
I mean, like, realistically, those times are not accurate. It is about like eight minutes to get to the one downtown, and I think it's like probably like 4 or 5 minutes, if that, to the one at Stop. But I'm not going to be walking my ass with all my groceries back
full
home.
Of groceries. Yeah, it'd be a different story if you had to go get like a half gallon of milk or something. Yeah, no, I hear you.
Right. And even at that, like, I would still drive. But point is, like, when it comes to the summertime, it's like there's like millions of people driving around. So that 4 or 5 minute drive that it takes me to get to Stop and Shop now will turn into a 20-minute adventure. And then the one downtown would probably take about 45 minutes.
Yep. Yeah, well, yeah, that's not bad. Like, if you're not getting caught up with people in the store, and one of the worst things getting caught up in is waiting in line. Mind you, self-checkout sometimes even could be hectic and full. But if you're being able to like get through the line within a couple of minutes instead of sitting around, you could be shopping real quick. Especially, I don't know if you do this already, but I won't go to the store without like a shopping list, because if I don't, then I'll just be buying, you know, $50, $75 extra of what I definitely don't need. Sometimes it'll be because I'm feeling hungry and I want to buy extra. Other times it'll just it'll be because I won't remember if I had ran out of that specific thing that I didn't write down. I'll be like, oh, like I can't remember if we have enough butter, you know. So I'll be like, oh, you know what? I'll just buy butter just in case. And I've done that before, where I'll go listless, and then I will be buying 6, 7 extra groceries that ended up costing me like 30, $40 extra. And I'm just like, damn it. And then come to realize that it's all just waiting for me at home. So
Yeah, truthfully, I've always gone like I started out like making lists, and then I just found it to be extremely useless for myself. Um, because it's kind of just like I'll do a one over before I leave to go shopping. It's like, all right, what the hell do I need? And it's
yeah.
like, like, okay, what do I need this week? I need like, because I buy like the same things. I'm a very simple man. I like what I like for my lunches. That's really all I'm like truly buying for. And then I get a few items for like dinner and such.
Yeah.
Because I kind of just like make a large dinner and that'll feed me for like 2 nights. And so like if I get like realistically, if I get 2 things to make dinner for the week, then it's like, okay, I have 4 nights covered. Friday, I'm just going to like eat out or something like with the guys or do something or just, breathe air or something. I don't know if I don't go out.
Girl dinner, Oreos, and two cups of milk or something like that.
No, I was thinking more like chips and salsa, and then like, I don't know, like like a Red Bull or something before I go out.
Like popcorn, yeah, Red Bull, yeah.
But no, it's like so like I get the same things. I'll get like whatever I need for lunch, which I call it. Truthfully, I've been calling it to myself my little bird lunches because I don't eat much during the day. It's kind of just like it's like nuts, little protein bar,
Yeah,
cran raisins,
classic.
like a little cereal bar, and then I have like fruit, like apples or bananas,
Mm-hmm.
like cashews, pistachios. That's kind of it. That's kind of all I eat for lunch. Sometimes I'll make a sandwich if I feel like the day is going to be like taxing, but
Yeah,
I can't eat much during the day.
same. I totally get it.
But that reaches into the point of like I get the same thing every time, so it's like, okay, what else different do I need this week? Do I need batteries? No? Okay, cool. Do I need deodorant? No? All right. Body wash? Probably. So on and so forth. So it's just like, okay, like I'll get my normal. I'll look around and see if there's anything new that I want to try out.
Mm-hmm.
Whether that's like, oh, like let's get a different type of juice this week, or
Yeah,
like, oh, you know what? I'm gonna get myself a little 4-pack of like IBC like root beer or like cream soda or something like that.
a little treat yourself soda. Yeah,
Yeah, it's just like I only get them every now and again. I don't get them every week. It's like, okay, like can't be drinking soda like that like crazy. So I get them like I don't know, like every couple of weeks. And then trying to think what else. Just like other snack items that I'd like around, whatever.
yeah,
Kind of it. Like I don't rack up a big number for groceries, which is nice. I'm always shooting below $200 a week, which is kind of impressive living on a very expensive island.
Word, yeah,
So it's like I make do, and plus some weeks I won't need to necessarily snag something for like dinners either. Like sometimes I'll just buy extra, or it's like I didn't use it last week because I just like had like something quick. I wasn't really that hungry, which
yeah,
has
yeah.
been kind of the movement for this week. Like I got like a can of soup, and like I heated some up the other night, and even that was a lot for me the other night.
Yeah, sometimes if I'm eating lunch like late in the day, for example, I will sometimes go all the way until dinner, like without eating. Like when I was fasting 6 or 7 months ago on like the normal, it felt like I would be doing that on purpose. You know, I wouldn't eat until whatever that was, 5:30, 6 o'clock. But now, usually I can't make it as long because I'm not like purposely trying to intermittent fast. So sometimes I'll grab lunch like 2:30, 4 o'clock, 4:30, and it'll be whatever. Sometimes there'll be leftovers. Sometimes I'll heat something up that's like quick little frozen meal. Like we don't have hot pockets, but what was the other thing that I had recently? Um, Meg will bring home like the little school treats that the kids have for breakfast sometimes. So I'll reheat those every now and again, or just like Ian said, like the bird lunch, nuts, fruit, mixed dried fruit, something like that. Just something that's not super bad for you, but also like filling to the point where you can last until dinner, an hour and a half, 2 hours later. So for us, it's like our list is Ian, like in the case where like we'll do with dinner stuff and he'll like make sure those are set. We kind of do the same thing with like, do we have our ground beef, chicken, and we'll do a fish, like in this case salmon. So do we have all that? Check the list, whatever, good to go. And then after that, it'll be whatever we're eating with dinner. So it'll be mixed veggies, some type of starch or like carb side, pasta, potato. Um, Not really much else as far as those type of sides go. But veggies like our go-to, broccoli, green beans, money. And then on top of that, it's like getting for her lunch. Because like I said, I don't eat like a specific lunch in the day, but she'll pack stuff like the mixed yogurt or tangerines or what the heck else, like Ritz crackers with some type of cheese or whatnot. So sometimes we'll buy like cheese and things like that. But for us, it's nice to have that list because, like for you, like trying to stay under that $200 limit is nice. For us, like with normal pricing, if we can go shopping on a Sunday and be stuck somewhere around like $100 without having to buy those big replens like shampoo, body wash, deodorant, um, dishwasher pods, stuff like that, then we could stick right around $100, give or take. So it depends, and that's why I like the list because instead of finding out that when I get home I forgot three and a half things, it's like, oh, God, now I have to go shopping on a Tuesday. Not that that's like the worst thing ever, but having to go shopping extra, especially when it's busy and stuff like that, can become a chore. I don't know about you, but on those days where it's supposed to be busy, like the late Fridays, all day Saturday, there will be times where, like, if you can't go through the self checkout for some reason, some of the lanes are closed. You'll go into a normal line, and it'll be like six people deep, and you'll be standing there for what feels like 20 minutes. I don't know. I don't know the longest you've ever waited, but I think the longest I've sat around in a grocery store to check out was I think a half hour. So I don't know. Top that. What do you got?
No, actually, here, I mean, when it was the summertime here, I probably had to wait about like 10, 15 minutes at most.
Yeah, it's still
Uh,
tough, dude. Just like move. Come on, shop, check out.
I was gonna say like it was like a self checkout, and they keep them open pretty much like all night, which is great. Like they always
Yeah.
just have someone like kind of standing there. But I swear to God, they are probably the most annoying like self checkout like kiosks that I have ever used.
Yeah.
I mean, probably like so like yeah, I'm sure people have shopped at Walmart. Like you can pretty much just like scan your items and get the hell out. Like it doesn't really matter.
Right.
Like they have that entire like long shelf for you to like actually be able to like put your stuff down and like bag everything. This Stop and Shop is terrible, absolutely awful. You get basically like a 4x4 space, not that small, but like it's small, it's tiny to like
4 inches. 4 inches.
to like place all your items. And now, mind you, don't like you if you have like like reusable bags, don't think about using them because it'll set off the weight limit. It'll
Oh,
set off the weight limit on
yeah.
it. And it's
Yep.
like the only way that I've counteracted that is with my heavier reusable bags. I had to like put it in with like my milk first.
Mm-hmm.
Like once I placed the milk with it, it actually like counteracted it, and it was like, oh yeah, I didn't notice that point 0.002 pounds heavier, you know.
Like that milk is heavy. Sometimes they be skimping out on their milk weight.
It is so awful because like any of my bags, the only time that I can actually get away with it is my milk. Oh, I just kicked my table.
We'll never forgive you.
Yeah, I know. But it's so annoying. It irks me every single time I'm trying to check out because I'll scan the item and place it into the bag, and it'll start screaming at me 0.2 seconds to please place the item in the baggage area. And it's like, dude, just chill out. Let me actually get my bag so I can put it in the bagging area.
Dude, the funniest thing about that is every time we'll go to shop on the days that we're doing like the multi-store shops, we'll go to like the big places first, the bulk stops like BJ's or Sam's Club. Then we'll go to Wegmans, for our specialty stuff, and we'll finish at like Aldi's for like the cheap, affordable vibe.
Yeah.
Whenever we go to the first and then to the second and the third, we always kind of remember in the self-checkout that you don't put anything like bag-wise down until you finish paying. So like for me, I'll just, tuck it under my arm and I'll hold it. Or Meg will hold it while like I'm scanning and stuff. Put everything on that little weight scale and then put the bags down. But of course, mind you, we'll always forget at the first store because it's like a week has gone by. It's not like I live with the memory in my head of like self-checkout rules. So it's like we'll always get absolutely reamed by the first store's little robot, with the the classic whatever they say, remove item from bagging area or however they say it.
Yeah,
Do
weight
the mic
limit
voice
reached.
Yeah, whatever they say.
Weight limit reached. Please remove all bagged items from the bagging area.
And literally that will come up and they'll be like, oh, yes, right, I forgot. I'm an idiot. Sorry. So, of course, I'll throw my bag. Sometimes I'll just be pissed. So I'll, like, throw my bag on the floor and just let it sit on the floor until I, like, put everything in. And then, go through the buttons, put in the store's coupon, whatever, swipe my card, pay for everything. And then I'll put the bag back up and put it on the scale, tuck everything into it, get out of there. So it's always, 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 always that first store that I forget every single time about their stupid little weight check thing. But I will say we don't have any stores, I guess except maybe for one, that have like no space where you can set your stuff down. I think for everyone there's at least enough to the point where either there's enough room to like park a shopping cart and I'll just pull it out of the shopping cart. Nice. Or B, there will be enough space to the point where I can set it on that little countertop. That for us, instead of like the 4 feet by 4 feet or 4 inches, I don't know. We'll maybe probably have like a cool like 3.5 feet, but then it'll like be enough to the point where it's like a mini conveyor belt, not a real conveyor belt. Obviously, we're not sending our own groceries down a conveyor belt or anything. But like long enough to the point where it's like, okay, I have room to put the stuff I shop for, put the bags, so that way I don't get yelled at by the self-checkout screen, and then a place where I can scan through and whatever. But mind you, I will say one of the worst things that happen during self-checkout is just scanning something and being real quick about it, trying to like keep scanning, and then it'll scan like twice, sometimes 3 times, and I'm like, in what world did you think I was trying to scan that more than once? Like, and meanwhile you're ripping by the little scan movement. So I'm sure you've been there, done that. One of my worst pet peeves.
Dude, I think my biggest pet peeve with that self checkout is when I was getting Honeycrisp apples for a while, right?
Oh yeah.
And the scanner would not pick up like any of the Apple, like, with the little tags they have on it.
Yeah.
And I was like, you know what? Let's just do this, because like
How
I
are you
would
feeling these apples?
no, because I looked up the apples, because you got to look up the item and like specify the item.
Yeah, the code. Yeah.
They don't even have that type of apple in the listing. I like looked all through it like one day. I was like, do they not have Honeycrisp apples in here? Like, is this not like registered within their system?
It won't let you type the numbers. Like you have to look it up by name.
No, dude. And when I typed in the numbers, it said, "Please wait. Help is on the way."
Oh, what?
Yeah, no, I'd never type in the numbers anymore, because every time that I've done it, it's always rejected me and then asked for, is pinpointed like someone that was working there to come over to help me. So I don't do that anymore. It's useless.
Yeah.
So it's like I looked through the catalog, could not find a Honeycrisp apple anywhere, and I was like, you know what? To hell with it. I'm just gonna hit the Gala apple like icon and just go with that. And then it says, "Please put your Gala apples in the bagging area." It's like the voice switches up. So it was for the bananas. For the bananas, it gets me every time. It's always like, "Please put your bananas in the bagging area."
It's hilarious because they like pre-recorded what each grocery was aside from their like self-checkout voice. It's the same thing happens for us. I'm trying to remember what the last one that was like really funny. Like grapes isn't that funny, but I don't even. Maybe it was like avocado or something like that, and it was like, was it lines? I don't know. It was like, please put your avocado in the bag. And I was like, the voice was so much like deeper pitched than the normal voice. I was like, why did that sound like a man did at that time instead of like the normal woman voice?
I was gonna say it's always been the same like woman voice, but the bananas one get me, because it's just like it's it's such a switch up. It sounds like so fruity. Please put your bananas in the bagging area.
That's awesome. That's hilarious. I was gonna
So
like
stupid.
when we're shopping for stuff like that, it's like when you can scan through stuff really quick, like it's really convenient. But every time we go to like replenish our fruit and stuff, well, be buying whatever it is, like 4 or 5 different at the worst, and only one or two like when we need to just get a couple. But at the worst, it's like they want you to put it on the little self checkout scale first to weigh it, and sometimes they'll like auto identify, like they'll automatically identify what the fruit is just by the weight. I don't know how they do it. I don't know what math they're putting in these self checkout lanes. Sometimes it's awesome, but other times you'll put it on, and then it'll be like, "What is this?" in more or less words, whatever the self checkout lane is. So you'll be typing it in, and sometimes I can get away with the numbers because you can usually see it on the little sticker. Other times I'm just like, whatever, I'll type it out. But on the days where we're getting like pineapple, I don't feel like typing in pineapple the whole way. Sometimes I'll get lucky at one store where I could be like PIN, and then they'll auto fill the rest of the word, and I'll be like, let's go. Other stores, not so fortunate. You'll have to almost type out the entire thing, and it'll be like, dude, why are they making me spell pineapple right now? Like after PINE, I feel like they should know that I'm not buying a banana. I'm not buying a pomegranate. Like at this point, it's like a store doesn't sell pine cones. There's got to be some way
They
they
might.
know I'm buying a pineapple. I mean, they might. There's got to be some way they know I'm buying a pineapple. Regardless, going to the stores where they like auto sense the weight, really nice. Bananas, sometimes even grapes are good, but don't get me started on grapes because they always, and it's probably me because I don't make it a point to weigh my fruit while I'm shopping. I think the only time I've ever really done it is when I'm shopping for people. Like Instacart makes you weigh food. DoorDash has made me weigh food before, specifically fruit and veggies. But I don't go out of my way to weigh food myself. But with grapes, I might have to start weighing these grapes, dude. There'll be a day where I'll go in and buy the grapes. Mind you, the bag, it feels like maybe a pound and a half. Get to checkout, find out it's like 3.5 pounds, and I'm like, in what world, dude? And then $12.50 later, I'm paying for this giant bag of grapes that I thought I was getting a real good steal on for maybe $5-6. Doubled. What gives? I don't know.
No, I understand that. It's like it's not false advertising, but I always look and I see, like we were talking about before, it's like I always see the 68 cent bananas. I'm like, oh boy, bananas. And so I'll pick up a little bundle,
Hell yeah.
and I'll get up to the checkout, and it'll be like $13.87 for your bananas.
Bananas.
No, but it's not that much. Bananas are never that much, but you get the point. It's like, like goddamn, why can't they be 68 cents?
Yeah, just for the bundle. Like, imagine that. And there's been times where, maybe not with bananas. Sometimes you'll go into the grocery store and you'll see like certain fruits will be like on that super sale. It'll be like $1 for 6 limes, and I'm like, I guess I'm having Modelo this week. And then another time it'll be we started like putting lemon in our water instead of having like the sugary iced tea mix and stuff. So we bought like lemons in bulk and stuff like that. Same thing. It'll be like $2 for like 8 lemons or something like that. I'm like, this is sick. They should start doing this for every fruit. And I think one of the best deals that I've found, and I can't remember, Wegmans, Weiss, Aldi maybe, they'll do like the 3 berries, like our 3 go-to that you'll always see in store, the raspberry, the blackberry, the strawberries. And one place I found that maybe it was the middle of summer, don't remember, 3 for $10, like 3 pints of blueberries, which is usually a lot of blueberries. With strawberries, it was 3 for 10, but it was like their normal size packages, like the pound of strawberries. And I'm like, there's never a day in my life that I'll ever see 3 for 10 strawberries again. Hopefully this coming summer, maybe, fingers crossed. But that's one of those things where
I don't trust like that, dude. Someone probably pissed in it.
well, mind you, even if they did, like we come home and we do the baking soda and vinegar washes, it ends up being fun.
I don't trust like that.
I think it's because they're in season, and they're probably at the last bit of their batch, so the strawberries are smaller. Some of them have like extra leaves, so you might be paying, whatever it is, an extra 75 cents in leaf prices, or whatever. But yeah, usually we'll come home and vinegar and baking soda wash it to get all the the gunky like pesticide and waxy stuff off of it. But we haven't had a bad experience yet. Still standing.
That stuff's good for you, dude. Just ingest it all.
No way, dude.
That stuff's good for you.
I've been reading, with anything pesticides, it seems like it's something I should steer clear away from. So,
no, come on, dude. It's all good for you. You just you ingest that stuff like it's normal, dude. Your body processes it.
Everything I've seen otherwise, like germs and stuff, isn't a huge deal. Like, I'm taking vitamins, I eat decently healthy. That stuff I'm not too afraid of. Like, if I forget to, wash my hands after shopping at the grocery store, pushing on a cart, and I'm like eating with my hands or something like that. Or like another big one, heck, I can't think of like good instances where it's like germs are prevalent and it's just like I'm not worried about the effect. But with the fruit, I don't know. I think the freshness that like comes away from cleaning your fruit too. Like taking a bite from an apple, like the skin, if you didn't clean it, versus cleaning it and then having that bite. There's like that waxy film, like when you don't clean it versus when you do. And then I don't know if the flavor of the skin holds too much of like a difference, like in thinking about it. But I think there's definitely some type of difference.
Truthfully, I found no difference in washing your apple and like wiping your apple off on like your like shirt or something. As long as something takes off that like first layer of whatever was on it, like most of the time it's going to be the same. At least that's what I've found. Of course, washing your apple with like cold water is probably the best. I've found truly no change in like flavor or taste, I should say, between the two. That's from my experience, though.
Apples, I say, probably have the least difference for me. Like when I eat blueberries, have a big change from not washing to washing. Strawberries for sure. And what the hell else do I wash? That's probably about it. I tried to not do too much washing of like the the softer fruits, like raspberries, blackberries. It seems to mess with them a lot. Like if I do like a vinegar and baking soda like bath for strawberries, blueberries, it's not bad. But if I leave like raspberries or blackberries or something like that in for too long, they become all like gross, soft, and mushy. And I'm sure you've had your fair share of opening your tub in your fridge and finding like those mushy fruit, and you're like, just pure disappointment.
I mean, truthfully, as long as you just have like ice cold water for raspberries and blackberries, I found as long as it's like nice and cold, they'll come out like fine. I would just like, if anything, just like shake around the package, like make sure like the water is getting into the berries, and like that's truly all that matters because they're just such a soft fruit. I wouldn't do like a whole like baking soda bath with them. Just like ice cold water, make sure they're all rinsed, shake the container so that the water actually comes out. And most of the time with like blackberries, I found like stuff actually pops out of inside the berry. So rinsing
Inside,
it.
I've seen, yeah. It only took me 2 times doing those heavy washes to realize that it was a ruined chance at having a good berry. So the cold water's definitely the vibe.
Yeah, I was gonna say ice cold water works the best for those. I've always just rinsed my fruit with ice cold water. But apples I usually don't rinse. I'll just wipe them off. Like I'll do a wipe with my shirt whenever I eat them.
Mm-hmm.
Like I said, I found no significant difference. But bananas, well, they're bananas. You peel them.
Yeah, anything that you're peeled, I'm not worried about. Like if I'm buying tangerines, not washing them because I know I'm going to peel them. Same thing with bananas. I'm peeling them. What else? Lemons, same thing. Peeling them. Limes, same thing. I'm not. I guess I'm not peeling them, but you know what I'm saying. As far as like lemons, I'm using the juice. So same things with lime.
I say limes I can understand like rinsing off on the outside, but really doesn't matter too much. Unless you're dropping it in a drink, you know what I mean?
That's probably the only time I'm rinsing like a lime off, and that's a different story. But yeah, no, I mean if I'm using it for like juicing it over something, then I'm not worried about it. But that's the fruit life. That's the fruit life. Like if I'm trying to think of what else I wash. Like my veggies, lettuce. I'll buy lettuce. I'll wash that, like spinach, stuff like that. Carrots, peppers, cucumbers, stuff like that. I'll definitely wash those off. But usually, like in prep, I'm not going to the grocery store, getting my fruits and everything, and my shopping trip done, coming home and immediately washing like everything. Usually, it'll be for vegetables and stuff like that the day we're cooking. And then fruits are like the day of when I get back, because that's pick and go, get stuff ready for the week type thing.
So let me ask. Here's a big question. Do you like shopping?
I don't mind it. I wouldn't say it's something it's not something I'm looking forward to every week. Some weeks I'm just like, oh yeah, let's go. I get to try that new creamer. But other weeks it's just like, damn, this is gonna suck. Let's just get it over and done with.
As I say, there are some people out there that do like grocery shopping, and I used to like grocery shopping. I didn't mind going to the store and like getting things that I needed.
Oh yeah.
Now I absolutely hate it. And it's like there's nothing wrong with it. Like I'll be there and I'll do what I need to do.
I'll be there.
It doesn't like bother me to the core like that, but
no, I got you.
It's like I think it's mainly only because of the self checkout that I use. I think that's really what makes it terrible. But
The self checkout is the bane of your existence.
yeah, pretty much, dude. That thing sucks, and I hate it. I gotta find this because like they have in the Stop and Shop that I'm at, they have like this like scanner you can bring with you like as you're shopping, and you can scan items and bag them, and all
Yeah.
you have to do is at the end like scan like the barcode on the scanner, and your whole like list will come up. Which honestly, I'm gonna have to try to find that scanner because that would be awesome. But I have no idea where they are. Maybe I just haven't used my eyes enough. Um, but but it's like some days it's real easy going like shopping and such. Like it's not a problem. There's not that many people there. I can get through. Other days it's just like I don't want to be here. I don't want to be shopping right now. This is awful.
Do they have people that Instacart on Island or no?
Honestly, I have no idea. I haven't really looked into it. I don't want to. Well, one, I don't want to have to pay people to do my own shopping. Because like also like when I'm walking around, it's like, oh yeah, I do need that. That's how I remember things. I just do my usual passage through the store, and it's like, okay, do I need anything from this like miscellaneous aisle? No.
Right.
Okay, cool. Next one. That's why I don't need a list, because I just have a route that I run. And it's like, okay, do I need any of this stuff today? No. Next aisle.
No. No, I respect that. Being able to, well, go listless and know what you want. For me, when we go into Aldi, we'll do that sometimes because they have that limited finds aisle. Sometimes we'll just go in there to see if we could try some new stuff. And as of these past couple months, I've just been looking around for different types of healthy cereal and different stuff I can like crave towards, because I don't eat cereal like as a breakfast. I eat cereal as like a nighttime snack, and every now and again I'll just find something new to try. And those limited find aisles in Aldi, perfect for it, because it'll be random. It'll be like your first item in the aisle will be this new pasta you've never seen before. Right next to it will be a sports drink. Right next to that will be some Tostitos queso, and then right next to that will be the cereal. And I'll be like, "What is this aisle, dude?" Like, you never know what you're gonna find, and it feels like it feels like a lottery pick every week, because I think they change it every week or every 2 weeks or something like that. Usually dependent on how fast stuff is ripping off the shelves. But Aldi is a store that, well, has those specific off-brand goods that they can get for those certain prices that are almost the equivalent of the on-brand expensive stuff.
Yeah, I've
Just
shopped at all these before.
Dumbed down by a few bucks. And those limited finds are usually one and the same, where it's like something you haven't seen before, but it looks like really good and something you would totally try. And sometimes they'll have on-brand stuff. Like they had, I don't know why they were on sale, but they had the new Post Malone Oreos that like just came out. I don't know how long ago now, maybe a month, but they were on sale in Aldi. And I'm like, wow, they they hit the shelves that hard and everyone hated them, huh? So,
Must
I don't
have.
know. Sometimes it's a hit in Aldi's limited finds. Sometimes it's not. But I think more to the point of you hating grocery shopping, I was going to get into the idea of not self checkout, but checking out on your phone. Doesn't Stop and Shop have an app where you can just like scan on your phone and check out on your phone?
They might. I should look into that. Because that'd make my life so much easier.
You
But I
just
might
get
have
to
to-
skip self checkout, is what I'm saying, which would lead you into loving grocery shopping again.
Yeah, no, that would make my life 10 times easier, because then I can just scan items from my camera on my phone and just beep 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 beep, and then just go
That's
up to the self checkout and go beep, and then have my entire thing come up. That would be awesome. And now I'm gonna have to look. I'm gonna look into that as soon as I get off this podcast today.
Putting the man on. Sam's Club does
Yeah.
that, so it's perfect for us. We'll shop on the phone, buy on the phone, and it'll come up with a little QR code. So instead of I skip self checkout or normal checkout altogether, I walk to the door and someone scans my QR code. Now Stop and Shop doesn't have people waiting to security check your groceries, but you might be able to just walk up to someone at like customer service, or I mean realistically maybe like you said, self checkout could have it all curated right in front of you really quick. So all you have to do is swipe, or if you pay on your phone, all you have to do is like scan a little in-screen barcode they give you, something like that. I've seen that too, where it'll come up as like a coupon code on your screen. Of course, not a coupon; it's your proof of purchase. But you just scan it over the little scan machine, and then you can get out of there. Whatever it takes, 30 seconds. So I don't know. Worth a shot.
It's worth trying. Was it time?
That bell was me bumping my water bottle with my fingertip. Is it time?
Is it time?
Dinner time.
Time already?
No, yes, ringing the bell. No, but yeah, if it works, it works. And if it doesn't, it doesn't. The only other thing I can think of is, if you steal your groceries, you could do that too. So.
Just walk out of there, just straight up walk out of there with all my groceries, never return.
Like, this is the one and only time I'm gonna shop here, and I'll never see you again.
If I was to leave Island forever or something like that, then yeah, maybe. But there's only 2 Stop and Shops on Island, and I feel like I'd get banned from both of them for doing that thing at one.
I feel like it's a small enough island where they would totally know. Like, one shop would know, and they'd tell them, and then say, send a picture.
That's exactly it.
Don't let this guy back. He's banned. He's banned from the Stop and Shop life.
Dude, there's gotta be some people banned from Stop and Shop here.
Oh,
and
I'm sure. People going in stealing the most expensive item, which I don't know what that would be in a grocery store. If you could think off the top of your head, the most expensive item in a grocery store, what would it be?
Most expensive item in a grocery store. It would probably have to be. What the hell would it be? I mean, I guess it depends on like how fancy your grocery store is. I think it's just like the everyday, ordinary like grocery store. It could be like a lobster.
Yeah, probably a lobster. Some type of seafood, I bet.
Because do you remember when ShopRite had lobsters?
Yeah, the live tank. Yeah.
Yep. Like they had a live tank. I don't know if they do that anymore. They might. I think they might. But like I would say some type of fish or like seafood would have to be most expensive. Yet.
Oh, you know what might one up that? The some stores that have like a pre-made huge cake. And I'm not talking like the little
like a sheet cake.
Like a sheet cake. That might put you up for your money against one lobster.
I don't know. I mean, I feel like those are like they're not cheaply made, but they could be a little bit cheaper. Probably against a lobster, it'd probably be a little bit more expensive. You're probably right on that.
Just like a touch. It'd probably be like $50-$60 for one of those cakes. And I bet you could probably get away with a live lobster for maybe $30. They probably do it by weight too.
Yeah, the only other thing I'm thinking is maybe some type of like hygiene thing, whether it's like not hygiene, but like health and hygiene like section of like the store. You got like
like toothpaste and like bathroom toiletry aisle type thing.
Yeah, there's got to be something there, like Rogaine or something like that. That's like $60.
Yeah, like a huge bottle of it. Or something.
Yeah, like, exactly.
Pack. Yeah.
Like that's got to be more expensive. Like obviously like those types of like any type of drug, like pill wise or like it could add up, like depending. Or not add up, but like there could be something relatively expensive over there, and I'm sure of it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
You
could even probably find a huge price on like a bulk bottle of like over the counter, like painkillers or antihistamines, or even what do you call it? The like stomach. Why can't I think of it? Like antacid and stuff like that.
Tums, yeah.
Tums. Or dude, super pack of condoms. Those are probably hugely priced.
Oh yeah, the 300 pack of condoms.
Mm-hmm.
It's like who's who's going to town that much? Who needs that much?
They're stocking up for the year. They're
Yeah,
stocking up
dude.
for the next 5.
If anyone's buying that, they're not getting it. That's all I'm saying.
they're getting too much, having too much fun.
There's one out of 100 guys that are actually getting it that much. The other 99 are just, they're just like, yeah, you never know when you might need it.
Yeah, you're never buying that kind of pack. What the heck? I mean, oh, you know what? Batteries in some grocery stores. If you buy like the 48 pack of, like, for example, like double A's or something,
Dude,
you
it's
could
like
be paying
$80.
a very pretty penny for some of those batteries.
Because it's like, think about it. I just got a pack of, like, I think it's like the 24 pack.
Yeah.
And it's like, maybe it was, I thought, I could have sworn it was like $25.
Mm.
So, like, give or take, maybe it wasn't 24, maybe it was like 20 or like 18 or something like that. They always put weird numbers or weird amounts
Yeah.
past their like 4-pack, you know. Actually, it's not even like a 4-pack, it's like a 5-pack.
I think they sell the 4 though. I've seen a bunch of off brands that aren't like Energizer, or whatever the other one is. That is totally a 4-pack. But then I'll see like
Energizer and Duracell.
I'll see like the 15 pack. I think I've seen a 21 pack. Oddly enough.
I think that's what I got. I either got the 15 or like a 20 or 21 pack for like $25.
That's actually a good deal. That's a good deal.
Not bad. It's not terrible, but that's batteries though. Batteries. Why do they have to be so expensive? Why can't they be like 50 cents a battery?
If you buy those cheap, short-lived batteries, you could probably find that.
No, because they last like 2 days, and then you're like, well, what the hell is this for?
Yeah, they're the cheap minerals. They're the generic minerals. They don't use the Energizer premium minerals.
And there's people that say that, like, you know, like there really is no difference between batteries, like when you're buying them, and that is such a farce. It is such a farce because literally I have like these like lights set up in my room, and they're battery powered, just so I don't have to worry about like plugging them in all the time.
Oh yeah.
Because I got too many things plugged in my room. So, like, I got them hung up and everything. I did a test. I literally did a test on this. So they take three AA batteries each.
Yeah.
And so I have them like going around my room. I have two sets. One set I put the cheapo set from Stop and Shop, which is like Market Friend or whatever it is. I can't.
Yeah. Market Friend.
Whatever the hell they're called. I tried those, and then I tried Duracell. And and I say this, within 2 days, the Market Friend batteries were like, they started like dimming a little bit.
Oh, yeah.
And the Duracell was still bright as hell. And like, they both turn on at the same time because I have them right next to each other.
Yeah.
So it's like, there's not like I can't turn one on before the other. I got a little remote. I click it once and both of them light up.
Yep.
So it's like the test was foolproof. But after 2 days they started dimming and the Duracell was still bright. And it took another 2 days for the amount of like use that I was getting out of them to see the Duracell dim just a little bit. And then the Market Friend was like, by that point, relatively dead. 4 days. 4
There you
days
go.
was the max for
The
those.
test proved it.
And the Duracell has outlasted them.
I was going to say, every time I buy batteries, I think the last time I bought the off-brand, of course I say off-brand like it's not a real brand, was from Dollar General, and it wasn't the Duracell or the Energizer. And I know there's another one that's half decent. But
You
it
got
was
the
like
DG special.
it was some DG. It was like AAA charge, something where it was just like, yeah, like this is going to be the next quality. Because at the time I just didn't feel like spending $19.99 for 6 batteries or whatever it may have been.
Right.
So I was like, 4-pack, whatever, real quick. Just need it for, in this case, it's the Xbox 360 controllers or Xbox One, whatever. And that's kind of the only thing we have batteries for these days on a consistent basis. The only other thing I can think of is the little the little coffee stir that you push with a button and it like spins at the
It probably
bottom of it.
takes like a AAA or something like that.
Takes two double A's, oddly enough.
Whoa.
Yes, I know, a lot for this little contraption. But
Yeah, that is kind of a lot.
we're, kind of shying away from battery driven goods because we have like a lot of rechargeable stuff in the crib. And it's been like that for a while. But when we do buy batteries, it's not all that often. But mind you, it totally is one of the more expensive items in a grocery store, especially if we're talking the bigger packs that are the equivalent of a 48 pack of batteries or something.
Dude, forget about buying like D batteries. That's
Oh,
$30
dude,
bucks
you're
for
done.
two of them.
You're broke. Yeah, you're done for.
Yeah, it's pointless. Like you may as well just like chuck your change at like a moving car or something like that.
Aside from that, I feel like everything else is mostly affordable. Of course, walk down the hygiene aisle or the health and beauty aisle and stuff. You can get pretty pricey with stuff like hair products, shampoo, lotion, stuff like that. But the other big thing that I was thinking about, the one thing that I was going to go to first was like the meat section. Like with if you're buying a huge roast, or you're buying a big old chunk of ham, or you're getting like a big pack of steaks. You could be buying 40, 50, 60 bucks worth of meat, mind you, before you even realize it. And that's like usually bulk. Like I'm only seeing those prices when you're buying like a lot of meat at a time. But on some days when like the meat's not close to discontinuing, it's fresh and it's like packaged specifically like filet mignon cut is an expensive cut, or if you're buying stuff on the bone, like T-bone can be expensive and stuff like that. You could be paying 75, 80 beans easily. Easily.
I was gonna say, I mean, like, for whatever reason, like your local grocery store has like, like a grade like Wagyu.
That'd be huge. Let me know.
Yeah, yeah. I mean, not realistically, but like, yeah, I mean, it could definitely add up depending on like the type of cut of meat you're getting. It's usually beef that's going to be expensive like that. So, I mean, I think that the most expensive that I've seen is like a New York strip. That was like, I think it was like anywhere between $29 to $32 for like a solid.
Yeah.
And then there was another store that I actually went into, and they were selling like the tomahawks. What are they? Yeah, that's definitely an expensive cut as well.
Yeah, probably like 40, 50 bucks for at least like one big chunk of it.
But it's kind of all just dependent on the store that you're in, because like if you go to Stop and Shop here, like you're not going to get anything crazy like that. You're just going to get normal like setup. But like say you go to like a Wegmans, like they might have like some more like cuts like that, or at least more variety of cuts.
Yeah.
Just because they're trying to cater to the people that are like coming within their store and such. You probably got a lot of people coming in, so why not give more option kind of thing.
Yes.
But on that note, I think that'll wrap us up nicely for the grocery discussion for today. So, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We hope you enjoyed the grocery chat. Lord knows I did. But as per usual, check us out on all the platforms we spend around here. We got YouTube, Spotify, Apple Podcasts, iHeartRadio. I don't know. Is Castos is that like is that a platform? What is that?
No, that's just our hosting platform to shove off to those wonderful sites that host.
All right, cool. Ignore exactly what I just said right now then. But anyways, thank you guys so much for tuning in today. We'll catch you guys on the flippy flop. So peace out.